Good morning. I'm Tom Remington. Welcome to an episode of Open Air with Tom Remington. Does this look funny? Well, I tell you what I did. I decided to put two hats on. See? Put two hats on because I don't really know if I'm coming or going. And I don't really know if this country knows whether it's coming or going. So I just thought it would be fitting. Maybe if I wore it this way, that would be better and make sense. I don't know. You know, it's absolutely nuts. Did you hear the news yesterday? Oh, yeah. You know, when I was growing up, you know, my parents made me go to church, you know, and I sat there and listened to the, you know, pounding the pulpit and everything else, and you know, preachers telling you about what it's going to be like in the end days, and all of that stuff, and talking about prophecy and religion and revelations and all of that stuff. You know, and as a kid, I sat there and thought to myself, this'll never happen. People will never become that stupid. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Well, you know, here we are. It's 2009, and people are that stupid. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. But here we go. Yesterday, Lisa Jackson, who heads up the Environmental Protection Agency in this country. Let me tell you just a tiny bit about her, and I don't want to get off on things. See, Lisa Jackson was head of the EPA in New Jersey under the blind man Corzine, Governor Corzine. Yeah, and when Corzine became governor, he appointed her, and the first thing she did was, of course, in New Jersey, the EPA oversees the Fish and Game Department. The first thing she did is went in and took, oh, you have a black bear management plan that's approved by the courts? We don't need that anymore, and threw it out the window. Excuse me. So this is the kind of people that we've come to realize that Obama has surrounded himself with. But anyway, Lisa Jackson makes this announcement that greenhouse gases are a public health danger. Yeah, they're calling them pollutants. Greenhouse gas. Do you know what constitutes greenhouse gases? Okay. 95% of our greenhouse gases is made up of water vapor. Oh my God! Water vapor. Water vapor is hazardous to our health now. Okay, and the other 5% is made up of, well, mostly carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and miscellaneous things, you know, like we always talk about our ozone and you know, the stuff that man contributes to that. Now, most of these people that talk about greenhouse gases and that they want to pin the blame of global warming on evil man, the first thing they do is they eliminate water vapor from the discussion of greenhouse gases. Now, they do it for two reasons. One, they don't really understand it. They don't understand what effect water vapor has in our climate and global. Not really. No more than they do about carbon dioxide. But if they eliminate that, then carbon dioxide becomes the larger picture of these greenhouse gases because it has a little higher. It's like 3 3/4% of all greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide. But carbon dioxide is a natural process. Everything we do involves, you know, I breathe. Oh God, I'm a danger to myself because I breathe and I give off carbon dioxide. So I'm killing myself, I guess. And they call this stuff a pollutant. Okay? The carbon dioxide is generated, it comes from the plants, it comes from the earth, it comes from the ocean. It's a natural process. And what they're saying is what little bit that man contributes to this, which is fractions of a percentage, is what is causing the globe to warm up. But we don't know anymore if the globe is warming up because we're finding out that the science is fudged. And we can't trust any of these things anymore. So we have to use our own brain and try to figure this thing out and use some common sense. Well, anyway, so we've decided that greenhouse gases are a pollutant. They've actually called them a pollutant. Now, carbon dioxide is a necessary thing. We need it to grow plants. We need it to to live, you know. And the more carbon dioxide that there is, the better plants grow. The better plants grow, we can grow more food, and less people will starve to death. None of this makes any sense. But anyway, so we got greenhouse gases, and there's mostly water vapor and some other, carbon dioxide, which is totally harmless. Methane, which comes from a number of sources, including human-induced. It's they call it a pollutant. Now, most of us, when we think of pollutant, we think of a contaminant, something that's dirty. Now, I don't know if they don't know what that means, or they've decided to use the word because it's scarier than saying, using other words to describe it. So probably, I'm going to guess they call it a pollutant because technically, I guess it could be, because a pollutant is something that might be added that you might not want, but could, as a result, become a problem to society or to the public. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, oh, I got a good example. How about Congress? Okay, we should call Congress and all that crap that goes on in Washington a pollutant, because everything they do seems to be something we don't want, and they're putting this society and our people at risk. So I guess using that same definition about greenhouse gases, then by all means, let's regulate all pollutants by their definition. So let's get rid of them bozos up in Washington, including Lisa Jackson and them idiots, and start, get our country back and start doing things like intelligent people used to do, And, it's the whole announcement of this, saying that greenhouse gases are a pollutant. It just reeks of politics in its worst way. Because here we are on the first day of the Copenhagen, as the elitists would say, the Copenhagen Climate Summit, where by the way, for a reminder, there's free sex for all attendees. The Copenhagen Climate Summit is going on, of which Obama plans to attend towards the end of the conference. And by the way, I'll wager a bet that SOB goes over there and apologizes to the world because America polluted and has caused global warming. And now we're going to make it all right by robbing everything else that the people in America have and giving our money to those who could give a heck. They could care less about global warming and this whole hoax, and they're using us like a bunch of stupid pawns. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. But they timed this thing just at the start of it, and also after they found out that they're hearing that the cap and trade legislation is dead. And all of this stuff. So they're like saying, screw you. We're just going to go do it our own way anyway, and we'll find a way around it. So we'll just declare, because the Supreme Court was stupid enough to say that the Environmental Protection Agency could regulate things like carbon dioxide, because some bunch of moron, lying, cheating, stealing thugs convinced the world that man's contribution to carbon dioxide in our atmosphere is causing the destruction of the earth. So here we are, folks. Okay, greenhouse gases, which is a vital part of our whole thing. It's very natural. It's stuff we all need to live in. We breathe it every day. It's a danger to public health. Can you imagine that? How stupid. Hey, You know, don't be stupid. Go out and have yourself a good day. We'll see you next time right here on Open Air with Tom Remington.